Hi, y'all. Good morning. My name's Abby Thomas. I'm a digital marketing specialist at Ugly Mug Marketing, and we are going to go over content creation essentials today. So I am going to give everybody just a minute to hop on, and we are going to dive in. In the meantime, I'm going to get my slide deck pulled up. Let's see. All righty. Hi, I see somebody's already in. As y'all join, please, I love to see y'all's comments, so feel free to just say your name or hello or where you're tuning in from. And at 1:02, we will get started. Again, we are going over content creation essentials today. So we're going to go over the essentials that I use every single day to create my social media strategies for my clients. So the 3 things that I use every single day. Awesome. Hi, Lisa from New Jersey. Wow. Hi. All right. Okay. We are going to dive in then. All right. Content creation essentials. So today we are going to go over your content calendar, curating a plan. What does your content calendar look like? What are you going to post? How much are you going to post? I feel like when we talk about a content calendar, I feel like that's so overwhelming. You're like, oh, there's like 30 or 31 days in a month, and do I have to post every single day? Like, what's the game plan? As a business owner, I just don't have the time. So what makes a good content calendar? And how can that be like digestible and feel like I can actually like stick to my content calendar? Then we're going to go over Google Docs. So not just writing our copy out, typing that in our Google Doc for our captions, for our posts, but how do we organize our Google Docs to a way that we can scroll through our content, it's organized, it's easy to copy and paste over into Facebook Business Manager and schedule. It's just easy to pull from, and you're not having to scroll through pages of copy. And then last but not least, we are going to go over Canva, which is my favorite tool. I love creating graphics. So we're just going to kind of do like an intro to Canva, like what is Canva? Where can I go to start making Facebook and Instagram posts? And what are just like the main things I need to know going into that? So diving right in, we are going to get into your content calendar. So like I said, the main thing that we need to figure out when we're laying out our content calendar is, one, how many days do I need to be posting a week? Sometimes, I mean, as a business owner, you might be just like the one-man band. You might just be the only person that is running their show. So social media kind of just falls to the wayside sometimes. Like, you don't have time to be posting every single day. So what is a good amount for you? Whether it be 1 day a week, whether it be 2 days a week, 3 days a week, if you can post every single day of the week, even better. But whatever it is, choose the number you know you can stay consistent with and stick with that. Once you know how many days that you are going to be posting a week, we need to figure out, okay, I know how many days I'm going to be posting, but what am I going to be posting? There are so many different content categories that you can pull from and make posts from. But these are just a few ideas. And what I like to do, which we'll see later, is say, okay, Mondays I'm going to post all meet the teams. And then Tuesdays I'm going to do client reviews, and then so on. So some of the content categories are starting off meet the team. These are going to be like, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm the owner of the business. This is a little bit about me, why I started this business. This is what I like to do in my free time, things like that. This meet the team is really important because that just shows people, it makes them feel like they know you, that it starts to build trust with your clientele. Then we have client reviews, which is another category. Maybe you're a new business owner. Maybe you don't have reviews yet. That's not a make or break by any means. But if you do have some client reviews, really use those, whether that be a video testimonial from your client, or maybe it's just a Google review or a Facebook review that you just copy and paste and put in a cute little Canva template. Whatever it is, client reviews are awesome because people want to buy from anybody that's really just not us. They really just trust anybody else that probably isn't the business owner. Not to say that they don't, you don't have some say so, you don't have some pull, but if it's a new person who's just met you, just found out about your business, they're probably going to go look at the reviews. I mean, there's countless times I've been on Amazon where I've like bought something. I'm like, okay, let's see what the quality of this is like. And I've scrolled down to the reviews. Educational content. So this could be anything from like, okay, this is how our product works. This is how our service works. Here's this definition that we use a lot in our industry that you might see pop up a lot when we talk about our product or service, and this is what it means. There's a ton of stuff that you can do with educational posts, and the importance of educational posts is to position yourself as the expert. There's also behind the scenes content. So maybe it's, okay, here's how we put our product together, or a day in the life of the business owner, or maybe this is just a really casual like TikTok trend that you just want to jump on and you just want to like post that little video. It makes you look more real, more authentic. People can connect with that. Then you also have, of course, your sales posts. At the end of the day, it's a business. You got to sell your product. You got to sell your service. And so you have to have those salesy posts, like whether it be like, hey, this new product came in, this is how much it is, come get it today, or whether it's a promotional post of like, hey, we're running this promotion this month. Sales posts are also very important, but there's also very much importance in all these other categories, because sometimes people really love your product, but maybe they don't want to purchase it right at that exact moment. Maybe they're thinking like, hey, I know I'm going to need this in a few months. I don't need to purchase it now, but I want to follow them so I don't forget about them. So those sales posts aren't going to speak to them until they're ready to purchase probably. But what does leave an impression on them is the behind the scenes, the educational content. That's kind of the stuff they want to see in the meantime. That's going to urge them and help them remember you when it is time to make that purchase. Okay, so now you know how many times a week you want to post. Now you know what your content categories are. Now it's time to map it out. So on your calendar, you're going to say, okay, on Mondays, this is just an example. You can do whatever content categories or days you'd like to do. But Mondays, I'm going to do my sales post. Wednesdays, I'm going to do my reviews. And then on Friday, I'm going to alternate between meet the team and a behind the scenes post. So you map it out, and now you know how many of each of those posts you need to make. So that then leads us to say, okay, now I'm ready to write the copy. I know I need to write copy for 6 sales posts. I need to make a graphic for 6 sales posts. I need to make, or 5, whatever the number may be. I need to make 5 review graphics. I need to write 5 pieces of copy for these review posts. And then same with meet the team and behind the scenes, which now leads us to our Google Docs. And now you're saying, okay, Google Docs, you're just going to type the copy out in it. Yes, that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to write our copy in our Google Docs, because Google Doc auto saves. You don't have to worry about saving it and losing your copy. It's just auto saving for you. You can share your Google Docs with other people so they can collaborate. Maybe you're like, hey, if I make the graphics, will you write the copy for me? So you go drop all the graphics in the Google Doc and somebody else can write the copy for you. That's just some really great things about Google Docs. But we feel like we have kind of came up with this like really awesome template that makes the Google Doc it levels it up a notch and makes your job a whole lot more efficient when it comes to the scheduling portion of actually getting your content out later on. So At the end of this webinar, I am going to have a link that I will drop in the comments after we're done, where you can download this template, an in-depth Canva tutorial, a content calendar, and a few other things totally for free. So you don't have to worry about like writing this down. This will be downloadable for free afterwards. In the comments, I'll drop a link. But what you're going to do, for example, is you want to make sure you add a title to your Google Doc. So whatever the month is, whether you're doing 3-month outline of content, or maybe you're just doing 1 month, whatever it is, give your Google Doc a title. And then here, this is super important. You're going to want to add subheadings with the days that you're posting. Make sure it's a subheading. And then, of course, under each date that you're going to post, you're going to write out your corresponding copy. But make sure when you type out that date that it is a subheading. And the important thing about that is when you're doing all those subheadings, it is going to pull into a navigation bar on the side of your Google Docs screen. So when you're typing the copy and your Google Doc is getting longer and longer filled with copy, you can easily go to that navigation bar and select the date that you're looking for. So that way you can easily copy and paste your copy into Facebook Manager or whatever your scheduling tool is to make things so much easier. Also, just keeps things organized so you know what you're posting on what day and whatnot. So that is for Google Docs. Now, the last little thing that you're going to do after you have your copy written, you know when you're going to post, you know what you're going to post. You got the copy written. You're going to now need to make your graphics, which is kind of like the icing on the cake. And like I said, I will be dropping a link where you can make a copy of this template for yourself and download it for free, along with an in-depth Canva tutorial, the calendar, as well as a couple other things. I will leave it in the comments after the webinar just so y'all can go and download. But I would definitely take advantage of it. It's a great template to have. All right, part 3 is Canva. So it doesn't really matter if you do your graphics first or if you do write your copy first. These 2 steps can be interchangeable. I personally love to do the graphics first. That's my favorite part, and I feel like I get more inspired from the graphics to write the copy. Some people hate making the graphics. They'd rather write the copy first. That's totally fine. But the thing about Canva is whether you like or dislike making graphics, Canva makes it so easy and user-friendly. So if someone who is not artistic at all can make a really stunning Canva graphic that is branded to their business and just like looks like a professional graphic designer made it all within just a couple minutes. So if you're not familiar with Canva, this is Canva's home screen. There is a free version of Canva and there is a paid version of Canva. The free version has so much that you can utilize on it. So if you are new to Canva, you've never used it, go and mess around with the free version for a while. Play around with it, get your footing. But I would highly suggest the paid version. I think it's like $12 a month. We pay for it at Ugly Mug for us to utilize, but I, in my personal life, pay for my own account because I use it every day, whether it's for my friends are going on a bachelorette getaway and I'm making the itinerary in Canva, or my friend's having a baby, so I'm making the baby shower invitation. Whatever it is, Canva's just kind of universal. There's more things in Canva that you're going to use than you would even know. So again, this is the home screen. And when you get on here, you are going to see this navigation bar, and then you're going to see like some different little templates right here. So like an Instagram post, that's pretty popular one, or like a presentation. Maybe you're making a Facebook post. You can look up Facebook post in this navigation bar and it will come up with a Facebook post with the exact measurements that it would need to be. So you would just click on that template. For the sake of today's webinar, I am just going to use a example for a Instagram post. So this, I would just click here to Instagram post, and then this is what would pop up, except this square would just be like a blank white canvas. That's going to look a little intimidating, especially if, like I said, you're not an artsy person. You're like, okay, now I've got to make like 15 posts and I don't even know where to start. The great thing about Canva is that they do have templates. So if you go look at this little design button here at the top, you can search just about anything. At the time I took this screenshot, I was looking for a Valentine's Day template. So I scrolled through the hundreds of templates that Canva had and I chose this one. But you can look up anything from promotion template or Black Friday sale template or Memorial Day, whatever it may be, they have a template for just about anything. And the great thing about this is you can totally customize your template to, you can change the colors of the background, you can change the color of the elements, you can change the font, you can change the color of the font. There's just so much that you can do. I love being able to change the colors to my like Ugly Mug's branded colors, so it stays consistent with Ugly Mug itself, and people just have that brand recognition with those colors. When they see that, they know it's an Ugly Mug post. Also, what I love with Canva is that you can upload your logo. So if I wanted to, I could move some of the stuff around on this template and just add my logo also onto the heart. I think that would be really cute, or maybe like up here in this corner. Just also to just add a little bit more brand recognition. Not saying you have to add your logo to everything, but it is just like a great thing to know that you can always have that on there, or maybe some of your other brand elements. If you wanted to upload a video to Canva, you could do that. If you wanted to search for other elements, maybe you liked this template, but you weren't crazy about these hearts. Maybe you wanted something a little bit more abstract. This could just be a starting point for you. And once you got done using this template, it could look totally different. I would just say go play around, have fun. Canva, you can kind of get lost in it just playing around because there is just so much you can do. But I definitely implore you to do so. All right, last but not least, we're kind of coming towards the end of our webinar. But again, I am going to drop our in-depth Canva tutorial, our Google Doc template, our calendar, and a couple other things, which I have listed here, in a link in the comments below. So you can download all these things for free and just take advantage of them. It comes with a content day agenda. So if you were like, okay, I know I have these 3 tools I can use. How do I need to do it? What's the time frame for each of these tasks supposed to take me? Or we do add an agenda. We give you the category samples for each post, along with some examples of how we utilize those categories, a content planning calendar, the content document, which is a Google Doc, and then an in-depth video of me going through Canva, making posts with you. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Here we are. Moving back over to StreamYard. All righty, y'all. Oh, I got some nice comments. I'm seeing all of them now from Renaissance Community Long Fun. Oh, thank y'all. Oh, awesome. I love seeing all these comments. CRS Creative. Hi, Jenna. Awesome. All right, well, that is the end of our webinar. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will go back in after this and answer any questions that y'all may have. And I'm also going to be leaving that link below. I will talk to y'all all soon, and stay tuned. We always have webinars coming out. We have coffee chats on Wednesdays too. So stay tuned to see what is next on the live stream. But thank you all for attending this live, and I hope you got something out of it. I hope you learned something cool, or maybe something to just make your planning process quicker when you're creating your next social strategy. All right, bye y'all. Thanks.